Hello, everyone. This is Tarot Jean on the scene coming in with my July 2025 forecast. And I cannot tell you what it's been like to try to get this video recorded. I have had so many technological issues you couldn't even imagine. I mean, enough that I had to talk to Microsoft twice. That's how crazy Uranus moving into Gemini is going to be moving into July. Uranus is a kick the door down kind of sign, the great awakener. And now it's changing signs. So it just got done tearing up Taurus and our financial foundations and our investments. And now it's moving into Gemini. What can we expect? I mean, this is the end of the search engine. No more Googling. How is AI going to become more instituted in our society? Are we going to have more open truths and conversations and decentralized communication? Are we going to have a complete rewiring of how we communicate with each other? Is social media going to go over a complete overhaul, which I have to tell you, I wouldn't mind that happening. I've noticed that, I go on my Facebook page or my TikTok page or whatever, and I see some truly incredible content creators. But where's the appreciation for it? I mean, that it takes a lot of work to do some videos and do artwork and all of that stuff. So it would be nice to see a I think a more fair playing field when it comes to the content creators, especially the ones that are really mind blowing. And like I said, I've seen quite a few out there that are their content is incredible. So, will we see a change of how social media works and how we interact with it? They talk about joining groups, but don't, if you join a group, isn't that just as polarizing? Aren't you just seeing the same old things? That's what it seems like to me. So, do we need a complete rewiring of how we communicate with each other? So, one good thing about Uranus, though, it can definitely get rid of outdated belief systems. And I think that what we really have to remember is that we are the ones that make things work. We are the innovators. We are the creators. So, whatever we got to do to create a new society for all of us, I believe that we have the energy and the intelligence to make it happen. Now, our full moon this month is going to be in Capricorn. So, this is, it's about boundaries. It seems like we've talked a lot about boundaries this year, but Capricorn's bigger than that. What kind of boundaries do you need to create to be able to establish a legacy for yourself, to establish a career for yourself, to establish a good standing in society that makes you feel good? So, Capricorn energy really does want you to do the work when it comes to looking at boundaries and how you're putting yourself out there. It doesn't want lip service. It wants you to do the work. So, what I would say is also we have a lot of planets going retrograde too in July. Saturn's going to go retrograde. Mercury is going to go retrograde. Now, this should be an interesting Mercury retrograde, seeing as how Uranus, is going to be in Gemini and Mercury rules Gemini. So, will we get a double whammy here of like being careful of contracts that you sign, friendships that you forge? Are you going to have some people from the past turn up? Is there going to be relationships that, like, people you never thought you would see again in a million years are now calling you on the phone, being like, hey, how are you? So, this should be a really interesting Mercury retrograde. Um, Definitely be mindful of miscommunications. So if there's some miscommunications, just backtrack and take a deep breath and then reestablish and check everything. So Mercury retrograde, it's really about cleaning up old issues, meeting up with, old relationships, and not so much being caught up on starting the new. Now we do have a new moon in Leo on July 24th, and ooh, what fun. It's all about bold expression. It's about getting out there. It's all about healing your inner child. And with Jupiter and Cancer happening right now, yeah, you definitely should get out there and see about healing that inner child. Oh my gosh. You're here to embody confidence and not pay lip service to it, but really find a way to embody that confidence that's going to help you use that Capricorn moon energy to really establish what you need to do to move yourself forward in a really real way. Now, I would say that at the end of the month, which is really kind of sweet, is Venus is going to enter Cancer, which just kind of softens all the edges. You know, it's about healing, it's about intimacy, it's about taking care of your home and your finances. You know, it's about feeling safe, which is something I feel like a lot of us might not have felt in a really long time. So, what I would say with July, change is coming, ready or not, it's coming. And, what will be the next wave of technology? What will be the new paradigms that we embrace? I'm excited. I'm really excited. And if you would like to see how this affects you and your chart, reach out to me, lunapaths.com, and I'd be more than happy to take a look at your chart. And as always, I would appreciate it if you'd give me a little like or a thumbs up. And as always, I appreciate you sharing your time with me. I really, really do, folks. And well, enjoy your day. Enjoy your day.